Dialogue is brilliant for livening up stories, but there are some basic rules that we need to follow to ensure we get it right. First of all, you need to use speech marks or inverted commas. These identify the speech and go at the beginning and end of what is said. In the first example, the speech marks are correct. But in example 2, we don't need these speech marks because although we begin a new sentence, there is no break in the direct speech. The only speech marks we need are here and here. Speech should always begin with a capital letter. This is true even if there are unspoken words in the sentence that come before the speech. So even though Ryan's side comes before the speech, we still use a capital I when the dialogue begins. The only time we don't use a capital letter to open speech is when unspoken words interrupt the direct speech. In example 3, we are given some information about the person who is speaking, which interrupts the direct speech. When the dialogue begins again, we don't need a capital letter because happened here is part of the same sentence as the what that came before. We need to separate the direct speech from the rest of the sentence, either by using a question mark, an exclamation mark, or, most commonly, a comma. In all 3 of these examples, the punctuation goes inside the speech marks. If, however, the speech verb comes before the direct speech, the comma should come before the opening speech mark. Finally, it is important to take a new line each time the speaker changes. If you don't do this, the reader can become confused about who is saying what. In the first example, we take a new line for maths to show that Erica is now speaking, responding to Lynn's question. In example 2, we take a new line for no, as Mark is responding to Ian's question, but we should also take a new line at but, as Ian is speaking once again. So there you have it. Follow these simple rules when writing to create interesting dialogue to liven up your stories.